warm welcome to the CNBC TV 18 special. I am Priya Sheth and I'm joining you from the Havasa Industrial Park, which is about 300 kilometers from the Ethiopian capital of Addis Ababa. This is where textile major Raymond has set up its first suit manufacturing facility that you see right behind me. The idea to set up this factory was first conceptualized in 2015 with an aim to make products globally competitive. And now, 1.5 years later, this factory is ready to export to several other nations. Let's go check it out. With only 2 manufacturing lines operational as of now, Raymond's can manufacture about 600 suits per day on an average, and this they plan to scale it up to about 4,000 to 5,000 suits a day over the next 2 years. To discuss this further, I have with me Mr. Gautam Singhania. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for having us at your plant.
Welcome.
I wanted to understand Ethiopia. It's your largest single location suit manufacturing facility. What is the rationale behind investing in Africa and Ethiopia?
Well, Ethiopia has got duty-free access to Europe, and a lot of customers want lower-cost products which are coming out of here. Ethiopia has got some good policies for the garmenting industry, and they've set up this big park in Havasa. So we thought we'll put up one facility here. We have facilities in India. As a company, we look at it as an integrated facility because the fabrics will come from India, and our garmenting here will be more cost competitive for markets like America and Europe specifically, where we don't then pay duty as opposed to going from India. So we'll do one range of products here, one range of products in India, thereby giving our customers a bigger basket of products that we can supply.
This investment also comes at a time when the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is pushing the whole Make in India campaign. So how would this fit into the whole scheme of things?
I think it's an integrated strategy because the duty structure is an important part. The fabrics come from India. So the more we are able to export garments from here, the more fabrics we consume in India, from India. And if you've seen, we're investing heavily in Amravati as part of the Make in India program. And it's going to be a combination strategy because India does not have duty-free access. And rather than say that we're not going to export garments, we need to have the garment manufacturing outside so that we have the fabric coming from India, which then enhances Make in India and makes the company more competitive.
In terms of investments, what's the number of, the amount of money that you've invested as of now in this phase, and what is the kind of scale-up that you plan going ahead?
So the total investment here in Ethiopia will be about 130 crores. And we started one line out of 8 lines. Obviously, as the production ramps up, we will take it to full capacity within a year.
Right, and in terms of employees, are you looking at local employee
Yes, local employees is part of this thing. The way we take the local people, train them. We've trained all the people. You'll see all Ethiopian people here on the floor. And, it's a new way of doing things here.
In terms of export revenues, about 15% comes from exports for the Raymond's apparel business. How do you look at scaling this up? Because this will, of course, add much more capacity to the overall export business.
Yes, so, with this facility going on stream, Raymond will become the 4th largest suit manufacturer in the world, with our clear vision of becoming #1 in 3 years. The revenues, this facility will give us another 250 crore rupees worth of exports once it's up and going.
So in terms of percentages, how much would it be incrementally?
Our group typically is about 20% exports, so we'll be in the 20-22 because India is also growing. So whilst all this you're seeing today, our India business is also growing, whether it's cotton shirting, made to measure, linen, whatever it is. So the percentage is going to be around 20.
One thing that investors want to know is on the JK House issue. I know you've been transparent about this. You've written to shareholders in your press statement. I just wanted to understand from a larger scheme of things, did you not foresee such an agreement resulting into these sort of tensions when it was first signed?
I've already put out press releases on what I have to say, and I don't think this is the appropriate forum to talk about it.
I want to understand in terms of GST, the government has come out with clarity on most of the rates. How do you assess the rates that the government has come out with?
I think it's reasonably fair, and in the textile sector there is a lot of small-scale industry will all become compliant. I think when things like this happen, bigger companies will become stronger, and the stronger they become. So we are positioned to do much better in GST compliant era. There will be a few months of transition time, which is obviously expected, but I'm bullish.
In terms of apparels, how do you view the rates for GST?
The apparel at 12%. It is what it is. We've got to deal with what it is. So it's the same for everybody. It's not different for different people. And we have very strong brands, strong market share. I think we'll continue to do well.
On the corporate governance issue, how do you view the entire the process and the markets regulator really looking at how companies are adhering with corporate governance norms?
Well, you must strive to have the best corporate governance, and it's the responsibility of each individual company to get to that level.
With that, let's slip into a very short break. There's lots more coming up on the other side.